Talking about chapter 13. Here you go. This story is very enjoyable. When the spider made beds for all insect and for James, and then Centipede was angry, and then and asked the glowworm and firefly. Glowworm put it out, turn off the light, and James looked up the ceiling, and then there was a worm which had a light with the end of the body, and there's green light, and the firefly and didn't have wings, but it could ride the whole inside. The glowworm put the light out. They slept. In chapter 14, we are off. Someone was shouting. We are off at last. James woke up with a jump and looked about him. The creatures were all out of their hammock and moving excitedly around the room. Suddenly the floor gave a great heave, as though an earthquake were taking place. "Here we go!" shouted the old green grasshopper, hopping up and down with excitement. "Hold on tight!" "What's happening?" cried James, leaping out of his hammock. "What's going on?" The ladybug, who was obviously a kind or gentle creature, came over and stood beside him. "In case you don't know it," and she said, "we are about to depart forever from the top of this ghastly hill that we've all been living on for so long. We are about to roll away inside this great big beautiful beach to Orlando. "What?" asked James. "Never you mind," said the ladybug. "Nothing could be worse than this desolate hilltop. Those two repulsive aunts of yours." "Here, here!" they all shouted. "Here, here!" "You may not have noticed it," the ladybird went on, "but the whole garden, even before it reaches the steep edge of the hills, happens to be on a steep slope, and therefore the only thing that has been stopping this beach from rolling away right from the beginning is the thick stem attaching it to the tree. Break the stem and off we go. Watch it!" cried Miss Spider, as the loom gave another violent lurch. "Here we go!" "Not quiet, not quiet." "At this moment," continued the ladybug, "our centipede, who has a pair of jaws as sharp as lasers, is up there on top of the peach nibbling away at the stem. In fact, you must be nearly through it, as you can tell from the way we are lurching about. Would you like me to take you under my wing so that you won't fall over when we start rolling?" "That's very kind of you," said James, "but I think I'll be all right." Just then the centipede stuck his grinning face through a hole in the ceiling and shouted, "I've done it! We're off!" "We are off!" the others cried. "We're off!" "The journey begins," shouted the centipede. "And who knows where it will end," muttered the earthworm. "If you have anything to do with it, it can only mean trouble." "Nonsense," said the ladybug. "We are now about to visit the most marvelous place and see the most wonderful things." "Isn't that so, centipede?" "There is no knowing what we shall see," cried the centipede. "We may see a creature with 49 heads who lives in the desolate snow, and whenever he catches a cold, which he dreads, he has 49 noses to blow. We may see the venomous pink-spotted scrunchy, who can chew up a man with one bite. He likes to eat 5 of them roast for lunch, and 18 for his supper at night. We may see a dragon, and nobody knows that we want to see a unicorn head there. We may see a terrible monster with tooth, and growing out of the top of his hair. We may see the sweet little beady bright hen, so playful, so kind, and well-bred, and such beautiful eggs. You just avoid them, and then they explode and they blow off your head. New and rhinoceros, surely you will see, and enormous and notable gnat, and whose sting, when it stings, you goes in at the knee and then comes out through the top of your head. We may even get lost and be frozen by frost. We may die in an earthquake, tremors, or nastier streets. We may even be toasted on the horns of a furious dilemma. But who cares? Let us go from this horrible hill. Let us roll, let us bowl, let us plunge, and let's go rolling and bowling and spinning until we are away from old Spiker and Spongy. 1 second later, slowly, insidiously, almost gently, the great pitch started to lean forward and steal into motion. The whole room began to tilt over, and all the furniture went sliding across the floor, and crashed against the far wall. So did James and the ladybug and the old green grasshopper and Miss Spider and the earthworms, also the centipede, who had just come slithering quickly down the wall.